Alright, we are live. Hello everyone and welcome to the virtual desktop experience. I am James Webster, HCMJ, member of Death Dynamic Shroud, and as always we have Equip R23X and Dinosaur Man Tech, and we are just all here, we're having a blast. How's everyone doing?
Alright. Are you talking to the chat or me?
No, I don't. You think I care about them? No, I'm talking to you, Tech. Thank you.
You know, just good enough for now, right?
Good enough for now. How about we hear from some of these other weirdos? What's your fucking deal, guys?
I'm doing great.
Text is white.
You know, life is a circle.
Life is a circle. Hey, is everyone wearing their Future Punk watches, first off?
Nope.
I'm not.
You fucking kidding me?
So
just
a normal day and I weren't painting, then I would be wearing it.
I was earlier, but...
Yeah, so you might have noticed that OBS was doing some weird stuff out there. That's because I'm hosting... this weekend was a bit short notice, so but also I've been wanting to do this for a while since Big Sur is on the horizon. But right now, you are in my actual Macintosh. We are here. We're running OS 10.15.6, Mac OS Catalina.
Wait. Big Sur isn't already out?
No, there's just the beta is, so there are a lot of screenshots and.
Oh my god, I'm pretty sure I told someone the other day that I was trying to impress that I had Big Sur, and I think now I realize that they were like, don't have that, dude. And
So-
the conversation just kept going, and it was...
They don't know that though.
Yeah, they just think that you're bragging
really
about
cool.
getting a beta, like a public beta, like it's some. You know, when you're like
I don't
21,
know.
you're like, oh my god, I got the public beta, dude. It's so awesome. I'm like one of
Pretty sure.
millions who have this. It's a kind of a big deal. Like,
It
yeah.
was like when I got into Google Plus. I was so
Right.
excited.
Mhm.
Gmail when it was invite only.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and the cool people got their first and last names as their Gmail address, which is great for any IT guy will tell you that's a great move as far as security and your identity is concerned. But it looks really professional, you know.
Damn, now I'm worrying about my email and my Big Sur Catalina conversation. Fuck.
Mark, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to put you on blast right there. I didn't even think about that. But now, hey, the whole chat knows how to get a hold of you. So, great to see you.
They call me the Big Sur.
What is jumping over here? Oh, goddamn Steam wants to update. You know.
I'm
So
gonna see all the stuff that actually happens on your computer.
well, so this is kind of fun. So I do.
You got any virtual desktop dancers?
So I do rock just the standard dynamic desktop, but it's cool because it changes throughout the day. So I think there are like 6 different photos depending on where the sun happens to be. So I think that tonight, as we're watching, we'll see it go dark, which is, you know, pretty exciting for people kind of into dark things like me, you know, into bats and caves, you know, just general.
Hey, I actually
darkness.
just got a package from Dark Light Candles.
That's a great segue. Kevin, why don't you
Yeah.
take it away?
Let's open away here.
And these are not a sponsor, correct?
Yeah, we're not sponsored here.
If they want to be.
Kevin, can you give us a bit of background on your candle renaissance?
Yeah.
Speaking of backgrounds, can you get rid of yours so that we can actually see what you're doing?
I think that's what Mark was trying to say. Oh no, it wasn't. But that's how I
No.
interpreted it. And
I know, me too.
Now I got
decoded it
things
all,
to talk
man.
We're synced. We're
Give
synced.
us a little background. Give us a little background.
Okay.
But first, yeah,
Still
you got to
literal-
Turn off your background.
Figurative and literally, please.
Kevin, can you please turn off your background, dude?
You want me to?
Yeah.
And explain what the fuck you're doing after you set your background.
Okay. Well, I couldn't host the stream today because I've been painting my bedroom since Sunday. Sunday was the only day that my folks could come up to the city and give me a ride to, the paint store. I can't get that paint on my bike, so it's kind of like now or never. You know, I moved
like you don't want to
everything
get
out of my
paint
room.
on it, or I'm just kidding.
Well, I can't. It's kind of hard to ride a bike with like seven gallons of paint.
You could walk through the
It's a
city like the
backpack.
beginning of Saturday Night Fever, like John Travolta. Have you ever seen that film? Famous scene of him walking down the street with buckets
We got
of
a
paint.
big project.
Oh,
Fucking
ooh, wow.
Chaos.
All kinds of
God.
shit.
So much
Yeah.
to do.
Ugh.
The walls are done now, so I just need to paint the trim. Got a nice semi-gloss white for that.
Green screen, green. Is that what the final color will be?
Hell
Of the
no.
entire room.
I'm actually working on a way to like put away the green screen setup so that it's like accessible, but it's not hard like to hide it, you know? So like when I'm done working, work time is over, you know?
I just leave mine out all the time.
You've got one of the
because-
folding pop-up ones, right?
Yeah, I don't. James told me that I would get very
Dude,
frustrated
I
trying
hate
to
that thing.
put it back together,
I
and
can't
so
stand putting
yeah.
it back.
I've
Every time
mastered
I have
it.
to look
I've never
at
even
the
tried because I don't want to
control,
get
I
mad.
just hate it.
It's
Check this
like
out.
you do half taco, and then step on the bottom
Yeah.
and complete the loony.
I don't even want to talk about it. It's upset.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I mean, do you guys keep your shoelaces tied all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
I
Yes.
don't. Yeah,
Especially
right, 'cause you
working
don't
at a
wanna fucking
Japanese
lace
house.
them up. Yeah. What's that?
So real quick, I'm gonna just interject into your story. You were talking about painting it green screen. One of my favorite parts of the Hobbit documentaries. It's Ian McKellen's first day on set, and they got this whole new system. So in Lord of the Rings, they were able to use forced perspective to get a lot of the scaling effects, but one of the big deals about The Hobbit was that it was in 3D. Oh my god, because it was 2011 and that's what you had to do, right? So in order to achieve two actors being able to interact with each other, they would build the set one scale and then rebuild the set at another scale, but that set would be all green, as you can see in the web browser right now. And the first day, Ian McKellen is on set and he's acting and he's like, these balls with people's, like, you can see like someone's head is like taped to these little light balls that just illuminate to show like where he's supposed to look when characters are talking to him, acting at the same time in a different set through an earpiece, and he just like gets confused and he's like and he's just like, I can't do this, and he just completely breaks down, like he is sobbing right there, and everyone's like, are you okay?
Jesus.
Are you okay? And he's like, oh, I'm fine. And they're all like freaked out, but then he like instantly, he's just a professional thespian, so he's just like, if I say I'm fine, then I mean I'm fine, But
Wow.
but yeah, and then he talks about it in the documentary. It's really interesting. And he's like, yeah, like I thought that was the end of my career as an actor. I was like, I can't keep up. Like I've reached my limit. Like this is just too far. Yeah, and I guess that like
That's dark.
Yeah, so he was emailing Peter Jackson that night to be like, hey, I'm sorry I can't do this. And at the same time, Peter Jackson was emailing him saying like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, we got some good stuff today. Like, it's going to be fine. And, but yeah, it was a big struggle for him at the beginning. I mean, look at him. He's in green screen hell. Like, it's,
God.
it's a nightmare.
Like everything's painted green. Is that really necessary?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess that's what it takes.
Huh. I kind of like it.
Anyway, so is
So
this
that's
what
your
you're
room.
doing in your room, in your apartment, Kevin? Is this your plan? So you can cry
My
like Sir
plan?
Ian.
My plan is actually to make my room more room-like and less work-like. And I felt like before I had kind of set it up around, like my desk and my production setup and stuff. And then now I've got two computers. I've got the Windows computer and the Mac. Dual wielding, as they call it in Halo 2.
And Final Fantasy
but-
11.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get a nice rig going to where I've got like here's fun stuff over here, and then like work zone is going to be like under my lofted bed, but it's going to be a better setup, so I can just like roll my chair over there instead of having to like crawl over and into this dumb little cave. You know?
It's really interesting because I'm like going through the exact same thing, just on a smaller scale. I'm not like painting and mudding and spackling. But my roommates recently moved out, and we're turning that room into like a studio. So like we went to IKEA yesterday, and we got like, they're out of everything because of COVID. There's like nothing, but it's cool because they have what we were looking for, which are these like really high. I mean, they're basically kitchen tables, but they resemble drafting tables, just like plain open wooden legs underneath and a nice flat big surface. So we just got two of those, stuck them in the room, got some lights, got some high boy chairs. I'm gonna set up my old Mac Pro in there, maybe my G4 for fun, and there's gonna be a whole recording setup in there so I can go in there to work on music.
Yeah, having a different room is like a luxury for your like work stuff, because I find that if you don't like go somewhere to work, you can get fun and pleasure.
You can always open a
mixed in,
tab and go to Mark's Twitter, which you can see I was doing here.
So here's something. James, Can I come up at the beginning of November? To
Yeah.
your house?
Yeah. Because it's also has a futon. Not comfortable. You'll probably want to sleep
Don't
on the
care.
couch. You'll want to sleep downstairs. It's gonna be.
It's fine.
But yeah, you should come up for like a week or 2 weeks, or somewhere in between that time. I'll take some PTO and let's just finish this goddamn DDS album, because we've just produced this massive. It's like Odo after 16 hours, right? But we need
Love to see it.
But we need Odo to form again.
You gotta put your music in the bucket.
Right,
Yep.
or yeah, this is like post-bug. This is after he joins.
Oh right, he's in the bucket for 16 hours.
Yeah, or whatever.
What is the show
Um,
about? I only watched all of it. but really
He's in the
fast.
bucket after 16 hours. Like he can only hold a humanoid form.
What show is this?
How long's he
It
been in
doesn't
the bucket
matter.
for?
Deep Space
Space
Nine,
Nine.
which is the best Star Trek of all the Star Treks. Tech doesn't care about Star Trek.
Yeah, but it's fine. I think it's great. Here's my tentative plan. Okay. My lease ends in October, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna pack up all my stuff and drive to Philadelphia.
You know we're live on the stream right now, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
fine.
just making
Great.
sure, just making
Good
sure.
content.
Okay, cool. Continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I bring my life up to your house for 2 weeks. I'll have my computer. Which
I
could
move
be
in
useful.
against your will.
No,
That sounds
yeah,
great. Wow.
For,
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
That sounds better
And
than
then-
a girlfriend.
And then
I'm just kidding.
and then I leave, I'll probably go to Ohio, and then for like a week, and then drive west, and move into LA in December.
Wherever God
think-
takes you.
Yeah, I think that would be my plan.
What are you gonna do with all your stuff?
You heard it here first, folks.
What kind of stuff do
It'll
you
just be. I don't want to fucking anything. I'm selling everything I own again. Fucking restarting my life like a goddamn idiot.
That's awesome.
Well, I figure
So I'm not gonna have like a bed or furniture or anything. Like
No.
all I'm gonna bring inside your house is my computer, and probably that's it.
What
because I don't have any-
about your dogs?
Yeah, well, they can stay in the car. It's not hot.
Yeah. Well, as long as the windows are up, I hear it's fine because it might
Yeah.
be kind of cold.
Yeah. Do you have a well that we could put the dogs down in?
Yeah, and I got a basket and all that. I know. Yeah, I got the pulley, plenty of rope.
All I need.
Take it off.
Dude, I'm not even trying to. My Skype is glitching out. I'm not trying to react like over and over again like this. It's like,
It's just that you're
I'm-
being a little jerk.
no, I'm not. I was not trying to like derail you from this great moment. I tried to click once, and it's just like something's wrong with my Skype. Anyways, continue.
Another cute note. I just want to point out. So, even in OS 10.15 at this point, right? The 15th release of OS 10, which dates back to, of course, 2001.
Of course.
We still have this Stickies app, which is left over from macOS 7.6, and it's so cute. Like, how old school is this that it has like a default sticky with like of course anyone could figure this out, but this is so ancient, you know? They even have the old Mac in there. I just think it's
Still have-
great.
They still have stickies?
yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
guess they do. Wow,
Yeah, it's in your applications.
Nice.
It's been sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
adding that to my doc.
It really
I
has,
just always-
has not changed
I
a lot since like 1994.
I
Whoa,
always pull up Notepad for that kind of shit. But,
I have. It's still. I've been upgrading my using a Thunderbolt cable. Each computer I restore from a backup, and I just opened the Stickies thing, and there's some notes here from many years ago.
Oh man.
Crazy.
What
They
did
were
they
s-
say?
One says "Perk and Drums" by Ricardo Villalobos, which is a great deep house artist, I guess. And the other one says 40-inch desired clearance.
Maybe a sign that you saw that you thought would be a cool band name or something.
Nice.
Asks, can we confirm that the voice at the beginning of Life Should Be Easy says, become fruit? It is not. So no.
I thought it was he's coming through.
I always think he come through, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always. He come through, everybody. He come through.
Oh, I'm right.
There is a great EXO sample in there, though. Keith talked about that on the show. Remember about cutting it and then making it longer. We had a big conversation about that.
Yeah, cutting it. I was mad about it.
Oh, this is the Dinosaur on Fire Cemetery Moonglow remix right now. It's playing.
It's awesome. Did you notice that I remastered the track tech?
No.
I always do that to all of his stuff that he sends me too.
Yours
sucks.
is painfully quiet.
Yeah, it always is. I don't know how to make it loud.
I gave it a boost.
I'm just kidding.
Fine.
Tech is awesome, and
all of my recordings are always 1 to 2 LUFs quieter than James's.
That's
at
great,
all the time. No, it sucks.
It's called
mastering engineer.
I just wish it were fucking louder. I just don't know how to make it louder.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to turn your whimper into a roar.
Oh, you know that SoundCloud has built-in mastering now?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. What is
load
mastering?
It forces it on your tracks too. Like, you don't get
Mastering is the fakest shit ever. It's very real, and it's as fake as it is real. That's how I feel about it.
It used to be an art, but now you can just pull up a plugin and just run it through the plugin, and it's fine.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I've always done all digital mastering, and there's definitely a difference between like dropping in a preset or just. I mean, I know how to set things properly depending on the song that I'm working on, and yeah, it's not going through a fucking analog preamp or whatever, but I mean, it sounds a whole lot better.
Yeah.
And the end result is just fucking streaming on Spotify anyway, where everything sounds like a total ass. And Spotify also
listen out of a shitty Bluetooth speaker or
fucking phone speaker.
And fucking Spotify turns everything down anyway. Like the output on Spotify is like I avoid listening to things on Spotify on my earbuds because I like it so loud that I can't hear any cars around me, that I can't hear any women with strollers screaming. You know, I'm in the way. Don't ride your bike here. What are you doing? You know, I want to be like, cool. And Spotify doesn't allow that experience. It's too safe.
Digital mastering is like, it's case by case, right? It's like each track you get in, you're going to get something like Tex, or you're going to get something like mine, which is like it's being mastered on each individual track and then remixed and mastered 37 times.
Well, yeah, and that's the fun thing about doing sample-based music is, you know, mastering the masters.
Yeah.
But with like tapes, with vinyl, and CD to some extent, not really. A mastering, it has meaning, but with digital, it's like you open it up and you see what there is to be done, right? So that's why I find it funny that SoundCloud offers it's like you can pay. We're just like hanging on by a thread here. Please give us sign up for another. You can pay to listen to music. You can pay to fucking upload music, and then you can pay to master music, and you can pay to just. I'm sure you're being billed just by having it open, unlogged in right now. But yeah, it's like
I think the coolest feature of SoundCloud is that it cuts off the first. That's the best.
Sorry.
I like how if you could. I like how in Ableton you can immediately export something to SoundCloud.
Without even listening to it.
Feature of Ableton. It's still in there.
Well,
ridiculous.
Oh, we got a donation. I just heard the ping, but I can't actually see it until it pops up on our phone. So everyone, watch your phone, your iPad, your notebook, whatever you're watching it on, because this is going to pop up.
Okay.
Sorry, this isn't the best system.
I think it popped up behind.
Beef.
There it is.
Beef donated $50.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god.
Beef is just the best.
Beef.
Thank you. Jesus.
That's awesome.
Wait, B or beef?
Beef.
Well,
beef.
It said beef, but I just assumed it was B because beef ant,
Beef
Oh.
ant. Beef ant.
Well, yeah.
Beef.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right,
Ant.
yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is so
So it cut
incredible.
Oh. But no,
Thank you.
all the only other thing I'll say about mastering is like, okay, yeah, you could send it to someone to do it with analog equipment and it will be better, like it will be awesome. But I do think that people need to recognize there's an important step where you sum all of your music at a high bit rate, and then you take that wave file and then you apply one last. It's different from just throwing effects on the output and then summing it all. Like it creates a different outcome. And then
seal the deal.
And then you can dither it and do all the things you got to do to get ready to go to different platforms and stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hate to sound like an old person, but like the digital age has kind of like made it crazy. Like just like how it's similar to graphic design. It's like it used to be like you hire a graphic designer who has a library of letter-set alphabets with fonts. They physically have the fonts, and their work is like a trade. Just like when you'd be mastering for like making the vinyl sound really good on a 45 12-inch LP, so it just slaps in a fucking club. Like that's, you pay someone to really make it work.
Yeah.
Just like, but now it's like everyone has InDesign and Ableton, and they're just like, sure, I do this on my freaking Chromebook or whatever.
Graphic design is my passion.
Yeah.
Mastering is my passion.
The democratization of
I did listen to a CD, a Lamp album on CD. God, it sounded so good because I got this old like 2003 5.1 Dolby Digital surround system that I've had for 17 years. And it's fine. It's awesome. It's got a DVD carousel in it.
Dude, mine did too.
And a big old subwoofer. But yeah, I just
200 CD thing.
Put in a CD, turned the subwoofer all the way up, cranked it. I was just like, yeah, this compression's a lot less compression than an MP3 or a streaming service. And like, I'm not gonna be like Neil Young with my Toblerone flak toy, but man, oh man, that 16-bit PCM audio sounded so fucking delicious.
This podcast is brought to you by the Pono Player.
Yes.
Thank you, Neil Young, for sponsoring
God,
us.
2 years ago, I was this close to getting one, just to have it, you know, just like a collector's item. Sometimes
Just as a
Is
flex.
that a Toblerone in your pocket, or are you just happy to see
we got
it?
another donation. I just heard the chime. Who's it gonna be?
This is it's exciting because there's like an anticipation.
Yeah, and the rooftop battle from my Metropolis soundtrack's playing, so it's real like tense right now. Any second.
Smug
now.
Duck, thank you.
Smug Duck.
I'm gonna wait until I see it.
Like
Smug
that,
Duck, thank you. Appreciate it. I don't trust
Appreciate
these guys.
it.
They're always playing pranks on me. So I'm gonna get more coffee real quick.
All right.
Here, let me leave up a photo for you before I do. Let's see here.
What you got?
Yeah, I gotta come up with something.
Yeah, this better be good. 5, 4,
4,
3,
No, just
2.
hold on. I gotta.
1.
There are no pictures
I'm
there.
ready.
Yeah, I knew this wouldn't be too far away. All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, here we go.
What are we gonna do now,
I'm
guys?
telling my kids this is DDS.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You want to cut to a clip? You guys
What
I
wanna
don't have anything prepared.
Is
You
there
know,
a master class for mastering? Maybe
Well-
mastering means making master classes.
So for like the longest time, Ice Choir's asking Kevin, are those Google Glass?
They're not. These are like $4 eBay sunglasses.
Google Glass. Those
yeah,
are probably
like-
$4 eBay things too, at this point.
Yeah.
Those are sick though. Got
Thanks.
almost like a Geordie LaForge sort of thing. Whatever. Anyway, I've never. I don't think I've ever had like. You know how they like every single time you get vinyl made, they're like, make sure you get it mastered for vinyl or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You can send just like I'm pretty sure you could you could download an MP3, YouTube to MP3, and then export it as a WAV file and send it. It might sound okay.
I think a lot of people do
It'd be
that.
fine. Yeah. I mean, like, I think that obviously mastering, there's like validity to it or whatever. I just think that it's like, in an age where everybody fucking listens on their fucking phone, it doesn't matter.
But with the vinyl, they will master it for you.
Yeah.
At the plant, like, because there's certain things that can happen physically that
You can't press like under 30 hertz on a vinyl.
Exactly.
It's gonna like the bass is like a mono groove in the middle. So like if you have like a sub hit that hits at like 10 hertz or something, your needle just goes like woo.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But like, I mean, unless they're applying that themselves, which they always say they don't, I've never had an issue where I've had some sort of sub hit so low that it popped the needle off the vinyl. They say don't. They're like make sure you put the bass in the center, you know. And it's like, well, why would I fucking put the bass anywhere but the center? I don't know.
Well, there's different types of vinyl too.
What'd you say?
Yeah,
Kevin, what'd you say?
Don't you know all bass is supposed to be hard pan to the left?
Right, like. Anyway.
I just realized
direct to metal mastering, it's more forgiving.
Whereas what kind of master?
Direct to metal, it's like a newer form that's cheaper and easier and simpler, and it's just more forgiving as well. So that's how you can have someone who works in a plant just sort of like click stuff and it sounds pretty good. Whereas making an actual metal lacquer is like...
Yeah, DMM is like the most common pressing method nowadays.
Unless you're sending it to Jack White or whatever to do it for you.
I don't think he'll take anything but like tapes.
That's awesome.
or lathe cuts that are done in their little lair, their little gross place.
You know, Ice Choir said kick drum goes on the left, snare on the right. That's 101.
Yeah.
What's actually funny though is that when I do drums, I always pan my kick drum to the left 5 degrees and my snare to the right 5 degrees. I don't know that it has any impact on anything, but it's just something that I do.
It kind of makes your drum kit a little bit wider, you know?
Maybe just slightly. But like, I fucking made a mistake on the Dinosaur on Fire album, the Populus Romantique, because there's a ride cymbal that I just panned way too far to the right to try and have like a more open kit sound, and I can't fucking listen to it sometimes. If I accidentally focus on it, it's just like way too much in my right ear, and I'm like, no. So you know, sort of fuck myself.
Yeah, sometimes there are
okay.
little things in life, little things in songs that can really hurt us.
Yeah.
If you uploaded it to DistroKid, I'm pretty sure you can replace the track. You can pull a Kanye.
Not gonna do that.
DistroKid,
Never gonna do that. You put it into the world and then you let it be.
I'm gonna keep altering my stuff until I die.
Okay, George Lucas. Sounds good.
Wait till the 2097 special editions come out.
Just Kanye's such a genius.
He is.
I mean,
So brilliant.
isn't that the name of one of his albums? I'm Such a Genius. It's so brilliant.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
It has a mini disc on it or something. Yeah.
You know, so I just opened my music app because I was gonna switch, and then I realized that it's just a mess because of like the new album and little bits of pieces.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of
People
like
are gonna see it.
yeah, unlisted DDS stuff in there, but that's not for you to see right now.
I actually made it. Oh
No,
sorry,
please,
I-
after you.
No, it is. It is for us to see.
I made a video today that I posted on Twitch where I picked up a coffee mug weirdly, and in the original video that I recorded for that, on my screen was a reveal of like a brand new Death Dynamic Shroud like artwork thing and title, and I was like,
Well, we both did it So
blank.
it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I like had to like be like, fuck. I had to redo the video.
Well, hey, you know, if
Yeah.
someone cares enough to scrub this thing and blow up pixels and be like, holy shit, you know, hey, those are the people we need on our side. We're glad you're out there, and we'll continue to pepper all of our content with clues and, you know, sort of, we're like our own kind of Q, if you will. But instead of being, you know, uncovering the demonic secrets of the deep state, we're just dropping bangers left and right. So please prepare yourself for that. Tech and I do
Are you
have.
talking about Q from Star Trek Next Generation?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about,
So that was a simpler time, you know, when that was what we meant when we said Q. Anyway.
I like to stay there mentally in that state.
I should have
Also-
thought of that beforehand, though, because just iTunes would have been just so much preferable to this Spotify shit. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could open up OBS and just blank out my screen real quick.
No, you don't have to. Just who cares?
Yeah. All right.
That's why you need that second monitor, dog.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Or-
the secret operation monitor.
Kevin, I want to know about the experience of wearing those glasses. What do you see? I can see a perfect reflection of what you're seeing, but is it
You
is
see
it like
yourself in the reflection?
a little bit? Is it like cheap sunglasses where everything is just like super dark? That's kind of
No, these are pretty light. These are actually like lighter than most sunglasses I've worn. And I do see like peripheral, you know, the regular room up here and below. It's just kind of like a darker strip.
Can we get a
in the center.
profile, please? Damn, those are fucking sick.
Yeah.
Those are incredible.
You see how the hook comes from the bottom? That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's just like one band that kind of goes up.
I like them.
Yeah.
Are there secrets on? I saw something secret reflected on your screen. Do you have secret drops too?
Uh-oh.
Do I have anything secret on here?
He's jacking it.
You haven't sent me any new material in a while, Chuck.
Wait, Kevin, weren't you gonna show us candles or something?
Yeah, I was.
Let's get back to that.
All right, get back to the candles? Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot all
Well,
about
I
that.
got one going right now.
We've covered a lot of ground since then.
Yeah, we
I've
need
covered
them like
almost
a
no
light in
ground.
the darkness.
Oh, you lit the candle.
I did.
Did you
It's not
show
really,
that?
not really smelling up the room like I thought it was, but sometimes you got to give them, you know, maybe about an hour for like
Does
the
it smell
first
like-
layer of wax to melt.
Does it smell like paint in your room?
It does. It does. This is helping. So I got these from Dark Light Candles, and they do 4-ounce candles for like half the price of their 8-ounce candles. So it's kind of a good way, since you can't. I don't have the USB scent emitter, so it's kind of hard to tell what they're going to smell like before they show up. So you gotta order the votive, you know, the tester candles first. So this is like a metal themed Chicago candle place. So I got Autumn's Death, which is burning wood and eucalyptus, which is what I just lit.
Oh, I thought you meant like it smells like a abandoned warehouse. You know that?
Yeah, that's
that
what I thought you meant
smell,
too.
You know,
That would be sick.
that's a special smell.
Then
Must be.
there's just Death, which is bay rum and leather. We got Serpent's Breath, is patchouli and clove.
Oh God, serpent
Julie, huh?
indeed.
Goat's horn, vetiver and sandalwood, and pestilence, bergamot and tobacco.
What?
Tobacco.
Tobacco smells good.
It does smell good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start
no,
fucking
no,
smoking
I
all
have
the
like a-
fucking time and blowing it in your face.
No, just the part after you. After
I
you
know,
said
I
it.
know. I'm just being
No,
a
I'm just
jerk.
kidding.
I'm just being a jerk.
I'm
Come
being
on.
facetious.
No, I'm
But-
being no. I was just kidding.
No, I'm being facetious, dude.
No,
No.
no, I in team.
These are really thematic flavors.
Yeah. You know, I figured with autumn coming up, I would want some kind of like earthy.
Serpent.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
story.
Autumn
Yeah,
too.
nice.
She's coming
Yeah.
up. That's
Going on.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like this Autumn's Death. I'm starting to smell it now. Smells good.
I think metal needs to fucking chill out. When are they gonna get over the whole like
Dying thing.
Yeah, when are they gonna like grow up?
That reminds
Well,
me.
they're gonna die someday, and then
I can't play it obviously, but I was searching for the Hobbit extended soundtrack the other day, and
Wait, why?
I came across a whole universe of Tolkien-related metal bands on Spotify, but they're not. You can tell they're not into the books. It's like a new generation of metalheads that are like clearly into Peter
Just like the
Jackson's interpretation. Oh god, what was that? Durin's Folk or
What the fuck was that? Oh, Line of Durin.
Line of Durin, yeah. Which
Yeah,
of course, there they are. So here we see, Line of Durin. There's their album cover. We see the Balrog that the dwarves have awoken in Moria. But yeah, that's definitely Peter Jackson's Balrog. Definitely Weta Workshop's Moria. And there you see the dwarves battling. And if let's see, what is the name of that song? Yeah, Khazad-dûm. So if we,
you can play that because we'll get.
I'm not playing it. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Line of Durin.
We got last week for a freaking muted Weird Al clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know, man.
Scan your video for another video.
Yeah.
In real time.
Like terrifying to me. I don't know why. It's just...
I'm with the lyrics here.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got KH.
And I'm gonna do a dramatic reading. Oh, it's on their Bandcamp. Good. The fall of Moria. Hidden neath the misty mountains, an ancient hall stands proud. Gloria of the dwarven kingdom, mining jewels and mithril from the ground. The greatest smiths in Middle-earth, not true, forging arms for lords of war, shining brightly in the darkness. But now, their hammers ring no more. What was once a place of honor, now a bleak and empty tomb. The bodies of our kinsmen lying where they fell, in the great halls of Khazad-dûm. Walls glimmering by torchlight, silver veins reflecting bright. Deeds carved into pillars of stone. We shall one day reclaim our home. Interesting.
Exclamation point, yeah.
Malt beer and ripe meat off the bone, which of course... Gimli says in the motion picture version, malt beer, ripe meat off the bone, feasting in our glorious mountain home. Warriors of Moria condemned to a brutal fate, they delved too deeply into the earth and found evil lying in wait. And if you go to their Bandcamp and listen to this, or listen to this on Spotify, there's one of the members does their best Sir Ian McKellen impression, and he says, the dwarves delve too greedily and too deep. You know what they awoke in the darkness, shadow and flame. And then there's like a guitar solo, but it's all MIDI drum, definitely direct in guitar, kind of like possibly just a dude in his bedroom. Who knows?
Dude, so I've been listening to some metal recently, and I was listening to Amon Amarth, which if people in the chat, if you're not familiar with Amon Amarth, they're like a Viking metal band, and like they're the coolest Viking metal band. They like literally look like Vikings, and like their stage show has like a fucking like the front of a Viking ship with like the carved wood thing on the front. They like walks out onto the front of the ship. And their music fucking owns. They're like the first metal band that I feel like they're probably that was like the way that I got into metal at all was Amon Amarth, because I was watching this MTV2 music video for the song In Pursuit of Vikings. And like I didn't like metal at all. I thought like screaming and all that shit was stupid. I was probably like, I don't know, 20 or something. And I was like watching it, and I was like, this is kind of sick. Like,
They're like
I'm
real
kinda into
Vikings.
this.
I think I was
Yeah,
at your
it's-
house when we saw that for the first time.
No, you lived with me, and I came. I went down to the basement, and I was like, dude, you gotta fucking check out this song. And then we like listened to it together. It was like, this fucking rules.
They did this thing where all their hair would do giant circles. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
yeah.
dun,
Very
dun,
like-
dun, dun,
yeah,
dun, dun,
yeah.
dun.
Man,
Nice.
that hurts to do.
Yeah,
And-
Isn't
Amon Amarth-
Viking metal more like melodic than? It's kind
Yeah.
of got like
Yeah.
But
cool
every
themes going on.
Every single one of their songs is about Norse mythology. Amon Amarth, I think it translates to.
It's
Mount
Sindarin
Doom.
for Mountain Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So they
for Mountain
are.
Dew.
They also have. Ooh, look at this animated GIF here.
In time from Mountain Dew.
Wow.
Did I miss-
Yeah, from Mountain Dew. Yeah.
I love that.
That's what I heard.
I want to see this.
Yes, from
right
Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Yeah. But oh, there's an animated GIF of
Yeah.
Mount
You
Doom.
see how sick this is? I
Oh.
watched this all day.
Mount Doom. Okay, sorry. I really didn't hear you guys. That's,
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
Mhm.
Thought you were
thought
being-
it was Mountain
thought
Dew.
you
I
were
wasn't
being
trying to be
cute.
funny.
Yeah.
Funny Mountain Dew is funny, but
But no, they have like this song about Hermod's ride to hell, Hel, which is like a Norse mythology thing, and like the concept of that story is that I might be wrong because I don't really know Norse mythology super well, but I remember looking it up after hearing this song. But like Hermod, his brother dies and is taken to hell, and so Hermod tries to go into hell to get his brother back and bring him back to life. And he confronts Hell, who is like essentially like
donation.
Satan. Oh, we're waiting in excitement here. Anticipation.
we can read it directly from Kevin's.
Yeah. This is a
glasses.
really exciting day to donate, everyone. Because
Yeah,
we
anticipation.
just everything stops.
$1. Thank you.
Sodicus,
Sodicus.
thank you very, very much.
There it is.
Anyway, so yeah, like, so Hermod goes into hell and confronts Hell or Satan or whatever and says, hey, you know, the whole world is mourning his death. I want to bring him back, and Hell only allows him to go back as long as everyone on Earth weeps. And he says, if everyone on Earth weeps, then I will give you back your brother. But so like in the Amon Amarth song, like it literally just has like a conversation that he like sings, like playing the role of Hermod and the role of Hell, and it's so fucking sick and like just quintessential metal. It's so awesome.
I believe that in order to achieve that, they had these big loudspeakers and they just played Death Dynamic Shroud over the loudspeakers, and that made everyone so emotional that they wept. That's how that went. So
Pretty sure that's right.
basically, we did it. So thanks to us.
Hell yeah.
Hell
We all
yeah!
need to be wearing sunglasses.
Oh, I probably
Yeah,
have a
where's
pair
the
around here
glasses?
somewhere.
These are my Viking sunglasses.
Those are the coolest sunglasses I've ever seen.
Now, something interesting here. I have this desk, and I've had this desk since I was in middle school. And every time I've moved, I just take out the drawers and move them and then put them back in. So I never ever empty this desk. So there's stuff in here like from the 90s.
Wow.
And a bunch of all kinds of weird stuff. Like this cool Ganondorf action figure that like I acquired in 1997 or whatever. But so I'm gonna say that there are definitely sunglasses in here. Oh, my very first doll here. This
You
is
look
my
like an asshole, Mark. Like when you do that.
It's the glasses. Everyone hates me when I wear the glasses.
I love them.
this
But
this
you
was
just
my
experienced
very
what it's like
first.
to look at me with them. He's like pictures of me in the glasses.
So speaking of glasses, you can see this man has a cool pair of glasses here. This is Mixman Studio Mac.
That's
This was-
Adam Kane.
My
Oh my god.
Mixman, yeah. That was my my first doll, if you could call it that. It came with the stems for All Star. And my career as an electronic musician began with me
Shit.
remixing All Star. So So there you go.
Really?
That was like
Mhm.
a thing on Twitter a couple years back, right? All Star.
All Star is
On Twitter,
incredible.
it was a popular song from the 90s by the band Smash Mouth.
I'm familiar.
This is what it looks like. And all of these were basically, just loops or samples or stems that were all linked to different buttons on the keyboard. And you could hit record, and it would actually record in real time, like a PCM file of your live performance. But you could also like change the pitch
Oh, I
of
see.
samples in real time. So like
Whoa.
I had like a little sitar that I had different notes on different tracks that I used it like an early like sampler kind of. Anyway, it's Tex heard it. It's all those tracks are pretty bad, but there was some cool stuff too.
Is that for like the up from the middle stuff?
Yeah, it's the up in the middle stuff, man. It's
Wow.
my high school experimenting, and all we had were CRT IMAX. And
Oh, man.
Is there anything good on up from the middle?
yeah, the songs I made on my Casio that I just recorded into my computer using that USB dongle. So like
Those are kind of cool.
The Last March of the Ents. You remember that one?
Yeah.
I was doing
Yeah.
Tolkien songs even before those movies came out, and I was into it. I was ready for it.
What?
There's this other band called they do a lot of Tolkien stuff. They're called Led Zeppelin.
They do. The Ring Wraiths ride in black. Ah!
If you like Led Zeppelin, you might like Dread Zeppelin.
That's right, the reggae cover
Yeah.
band.
Oh,
Hell
I
yeah,
do
dude.
love Dread Zeppelin. I forgot about
Oh
that.
god.
These
dad-
guys love Dread Zeppelin, I bet.
I'm seriously, I'm gonna go listen to that right after this.
So there's a
I
real
love
Mountain
you.
Doom. Where is this Mountain Doom?
I thought you said Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's in the grocery store, dude. Or the
It's in the
7-Eleven.
soft drink positive beverage aisle.
You are one can short of a six pack, my friend. I'll tell you
Oh
what.
boy.
It's in New Zealand. I see. So that's what they shot to be Mount Doom in the Lord of the Rings. So wow,
Nice.
it's Northern Ireland, of course.
Neo Gaia Fantasy 2 or 3. We know where we're going now. Japan's off limits. We're going to.
Hey, we have an open invitation from Luke Eyeliner. He was like,
Hell yeah.
"Come on down." But I think he's in Hong Kong now, though. So
Yeah, he lives in Hong
That's
Kong.
true.
Yeah.
We'll hit up Ben Pogson.
Yeah.
Is he from New Zealand?
Yeah.
Auckland.
It's like a different part of the New Zealand.
look at that crater.
In New Zealand.
Shout out to Luke for leaving his burner on the entire time he was at Electronicon on his
That
oven.
is so funny.
Yeah.
Seriously, that happened?
So funny.
He
Yeah.
got home and there was just like it was on like,
He had that feeling, that like, oh shit, did I turn
Kevin!
off the burner before I, flew to the States? And turns out that the feeling was correct, and he did leave his burner on.
oh man,
Wow.
it's legendary.
My wife, who I
But
still
he's-
loves playing right now, this is like really emotional. We're all talking about burners.
What was the James? Do you remember what software the Fatum EP was recorded on? This was the very first thing that James and I
The
ever
Fatum
worked
EP
on
was
together.
4-track. That was all 4-track. That was on my
But-
Tascam.
No, because
Ooh, cool.
Holocaust Scenario was not recorded on your phone.
Oh, the stuff
Oh,
on Dustin's computer.
N-Track? Is it called N-Track?
I don't know. I wasn't involved in the Dustin stuff.
Dude, I'm gonna look it up. I
That
can't
was
believe
like-
we had a song called Holocaust Scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you weren't doing it on a 4-track. Maybe it was on a 4chan. I don't know. Maybe you're getting wires crossed
Dude.
here.
Dude, it 100% was N-Track, which is still a DAW apparently.
Like the letter N, like N
Yeah,
mesh,
N, like N as in nectarine,
and then track.
and then track, yeah.
Studio.
Pull that up. I wonder if we can find the original. It looks like a fucking like Logic ripoff now, but we were using like version like, I don't know.
I'm
something
just gonna say
super early.
3.
Yeah,
You can
try
take
that.
your project files on the go with the Engage.
Oh, I remember using some stupid software on his computer. All right, let me see. 2,
Nah, yeah, further back.
or maybe it wasn't Studio yet. Maybe it was just N track 2. All right, let's get an N track version history.
So if you guys bought the Engage, which model would you buy? Model 1? For the mono.
Whichever one plays Duke Nukem with the least amount of screen tearing.
Dude, yeah.
I kind of want to get one.
This is.
I don't know how to fucking.
Here we go.
find out.
Wikipedia. This is what we're looking for. All right, history.
This is riveting content.
I mean, this is
I mean,
the
I'm
show, though. We look
interested,
stuff
yeah.
up on Wikipedia and we talk about it out loud. I mean, this is the virtual
People can't
desktop
do that on
experience.
their own.
What do you
one
do
can
on a
just log into
desktop?
computer.
You make
Right.
sticky notes, you listen to music, you Skype or Zoom with your friends, and then you look up about N-Track. So,
Now that sounds like the script for an Apple event right now. What do you do in an OS? We ask these questions.
What are you doing?
I'm just a young Tim Cook.
Did anyone else besides me have that software Hip Hop EJ? I do not know what that is. I'm looking at that picture you linked to iSquare. Ooh. Yeah, I don't fucking know what that is at all.
Well, this would have been like
But-
2001.
Whoa.
Yeah. 2001.
What is that image from iSquare? Did they mention what the DAW is?
No, he did not. It's called EJ or Hip Hop EJ.
Hip Hop EJ?
Yeah.
Here's
Did anyone here
N-Track 8.
ever
I don't
do
know.
like homebrew? I did a homebrew DAW on my
Dude.
PSP before it was like cool.
Whoa.
And it was really bad. It was like a sequencer more than anything, I guess.
Dude, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to fucking.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. All I know is that it was this software called N-Track, and it was very fucking shitty. But
We
you know,
we used
it's
to
what you had to use.
record things on the 4-track and then put them in there, you know, or whatever.
It's
I-
kind of cool when you can't see the music on the 4-track, you know?
There was a cool thing that happened on so on our James and I, when we were in the Sailing, the band before the Sailing was called Fatum, and our second EP, our second release, was called Diving Board on the Event Horizon, and that was recorded. Four of the songs in that were recorded on James' 4-track, and it was really weird because it would that was like the origin of little tape ghosts for us because like the lead singer is a guy named Steve, and he recorded vocals and like they didn't turn out well or whatever, and so we like put them on a different, like flipped over the tape or whatever, and then like the older vocals that he had recorded that we weren't using like leaked through the tape, and then came through as like whispers, perfectly timed within the song to like appear as whispered lyrics after the real lyrics, on beat and everything. It was so fucking weird and awesome
That's
that it worked
crazy.
out.
We were like, dude,
Yeah.
we're like Radiohead. This is so awesome. This is amnesiac. We're so good. That's what it felt like to be a teenager, you know.
In 2000, yeah.
But yeah, we used to work on this iBook. I had a USB audio. It was not an interface. It had an 1/8 inch audio input that you could plug into the USB, and it would go. It's horrible.
Wow.
Electricity feeding back into the signal, but hey, it worked. It was like magic to like record something into a computer, like multi-track
Oh,
on
that
my
mouse.
Casio, put it on there, burn it onto a CD, and be like, "This is my album." Be like,
I have
whoa.
one of those mice as like my backup spare mouse in case
like the
run
look
out
of it.
batteries.
Yeah, it's just a one clicker though. That's the only. That's
Yeah.
the only problem. But you know, honestly, the design hasn't changed a whole lot. You know,
Right.
this is a great mouse except for plugging it in is so stupid.
I have the black version of it.
Mm.
Yeah, what is that? Wait, do you have the plug-in version?
Yeah, it plugs in here, so when it's charging, you can't use the
use
mouse.
Yeah,
It's just like,
that's so dumb.
It
I don't
is.
have I don't have the charging one. I
But
just have the battery operated
because
one.
of that, you do
Yeah.
get this really unique, beautiful profile, and I love that it has the touch scrolling for left, right, and up and down. So when you're in a huge
Yeah.
project file, you can just move.
You can just move around.
anywhere you want, and that's what we're in it for. You know, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
I like the Magic Mouse.
I'm a
Yeah.
Magic Mouse fan. Magic Mouse backer.
Me, I'm a Magic Mouseman.
Yeah, we did a lot of what I do miss about making music in the early days is the actual like manual process of making the CDs. Because that was kind of cute. Like we'd have to put like you'd get the labels that you would print, and you'd have to like
The CD Stomper.
yeah, you'd have to well, not the one where you print on the CDs, but I'm talking about like the one where you buy pieces of paper that had CDs
Oh
cut
my
out.
Yeah,
God.
that's what this was.
Oh, okay.
This was the thing. Do you remember this thing?
And you apply the sticker.
It was a piece of plastic, and you would put the label. All right, here.
Dude, I never had that.
Really?
For the Fatum EP, we hand put them on the CDs.
Oh yeah,
It
that was
sucked.
raw. This must have
Yeah.
come a little bit
Damn.
later.
Oh, I hate those label maker
That's
things.
pretty sick though. That's a
Yeah,
good idea.
so you pop out the middle, put the sticker side up, and then you put the CD face down on top, and then push it down into place, and then it's
Yeah.
perfect every time. Except it's full of bubbles and always a little off center.
And it just
Yeah.
looks terrible.
It does. But then eventually,
You had one of those?
yeah, my dad eventually got this. He was always doing photography and printing out, like selling his photographs on things that he would print out himself on these really nice Epson photo printers. And one of them had a tray for print on CDs where you could get
So
these
sick.
blank CDs, put it on a
That is
fucking
so cool.
printer tray, and then it would inkjet right onto the motherfuckers. And then you're like, this
My
is
roommate
sick.
Al has one of them too.
Yeah, we did that for one EP in the sailing, and it looked awesome.
Yes,
So
it's
how
so
about
good.
light
It was so
scribe
sick.
discs? Those are the
What?
sick things. Light scribe discs.
I might have one of those in here,
That's what I'm
Tech.
thinking of. Yeah.
As I was
It's like
talking
a
about,
burner that you can like etch in like a design to the top of the disc.
I have
But it was just etching, but it wasn't coloring.
Right. So it's like a
Oh.
gold one tone thing.
It's
Gotcha.
cool. Hey, speaking of CDs, I got my latest repress in the mail
yeah.
just yesterday.
Oh,
Finally
see.
got my copies.
Just
So-
turn your background off for a
Oh
second.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if anybody noticed a couple of, or I guess last week I released this repress on Yeti Records of 150 CDs. There's still some left. It's
The
like in
packaging is so sick.
Sega CD style.
Just
Yeah.
amazing.
looking at the disc really made me nostalgic for like old Sega CD games. Like,
Will you
So-
see if they'll send me
oh,
one?
That's so sick.
So it comes to keep it safe. Yeah, it turned out really nice. It's my first album. I made it in like 2014. So,
That's awesome.
but now it keeps coming out on a different formats. Forever.
Next
Yeah, the
week
C-
it's
this-
Laserdisc.
I wish.
Tech, I gotta have one of those EPs in here.
Dude, I have one if you want to.
Oh yeah. Then just do that.
You're being so seductive over there with your popsicle, Kevin.
I did.
Oh no, I got like a bunch of.
I found this in there. This was my piece when I was in high school. One of them. You see, I customized it.
Nice. Wow.
That's
beautiful.
still in here from high school. Isn't that cool? I got my
All
Mac
right.
OS 8 tour. Isn't that
I'm
cool?
gonna turn off my background here real quick. Hold on a second. I'll find this. But
Pissed in here.
What?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna just turn off. Okay.
Back on.
I'm eating
So-
a
We
Terra
didn't.
fruit bar.
We did these without cases. We just used slip cases, and we printed out on. Did we print out on regular paper and then use glue sticks?
It's something
So,
like
like-
that. It was
Yeah.
like nice matte paper. That was one of my first cool renders in Bryce 3D.
And we and on the back, but like you can it's like, it looks very vaporwave though.
Wow.
Yeah, I invented Vaporwave. We've been over this.
Yeah. But the CD itself was sick because it's like not a silverback because it's the kind you buy in stores or whatever. But we could actually print like on this like orb in the center there. That is
So
what's
cool.
printed on the.
And it was like a
the-
shiny
the
silver
orb.
reflective, and then the printer would print right on top of it. Like, that's a
Yeah.
fucking cool thing. The
Yeah, dude,
orb was
that
a
thing's cool.
Zentra, right?
Yeah, Zentra. That's part of the Sailing's mythology. could take you anywhere in the rift or the
Reach.
not the rift, the reach. Yeah.
And then they came out with Halo Reach, and we were like, God damn it, because we were like, we were sitting around like, what's a cool name for like an expanse? And we're like, oh, yeah, maybe, dude, the Reach. That's so fucking cool, and like no one's used it. And then like 5 years later, it was Halo. The fucking, it was like, oh man, fucking Cortana Master Chief. Give me a break. I know who that is. That's just the marathon guy.
Anyway, those were the days. I'm gonna get some coffee.
They heard you. The big data heard you guys.
Marathon was like my first ever first-person shooter. Like I was playing Bungie literally before y'all were born. Because that was all there was for Macintosh. There was Doom. There was, all those id Software games had Mac versions, which was cool. So we had Doom, we had Hexen, we had Wolfenstein 3D.
Looks like Duke Nukem, kind of.
And we had Duke Nukem. But this was before, this was Marathon Infinity, which was like my obsession in middle school because it came bundled with a physics editor, a sprite editor, and a map editor that allowed you to make your own. Basically, it was an entire like FPS SDK, just like bundled on the disc. Yeah, so
cool.
Yeah, just like a little 13-year-old.
That's awesome.
Like it was pretty easy to use too. It's just like, you just have to make all of these. The Such Cug tracks playing right now. Let's.
Below the clam ride in episode 8 of Peanut Park. Using
I
an
think
action
editing
replay
games, like
moon jump
maps and
code,
different things,
One
you
second.
can fly
Great
high
entry
enough
point
to
for,
go
like,
through the
artists.
top of the
Yeah.
mountains
1 second.
and walk over a
shit,
cub.
okay.
Though
What's happening?
because of its location, it's hard to get a good look at it.
Are we gonna listen
Here's
to
a
Line of Darren?
screenshot of the best view of
We're
Cug
gonna-
Underground.
Touching Cug.
Trying to jump on it electrocutes Mario.
So no, that was a track from Derelict Mega Tower. That was something that I had ripped from a YouTube video about the secrets of Mario Sunshine, and they talk about Cug, which is this strange Goomba sprite that lives underneath Piranha Park in yeah, there he is. That's Cug. So he was like a test enemy or a test sprite. And there's one that was left in the game that you can access by glitching it out. And since the new Mario 3D All-Stars is just emulators, I'm sure he's still there. I don't know if anyone's looking for him. Yeah, that's the best view you can get of Cug. If you glitch out the map, you can see underneath the part of Piranha Park. So, yeah,
So it's
Cug,
like a
such Cug.
Goomba meets poop emoji.
A little bit, yeah. He's pretty cute. I'm sorry, it just popped up and it reminded me that Mario 3D All-Stars just came out, and I was wondering if anyone's playing it.
Oh, what's that?
I should get that.
I'm playing it.
I am too. It's
Which one did you start with?
it was 64. I used to do 120 stars like once a year, but then I stopped like 4 years ago.
Damn.
But jumping in now, I don't know, it's so much fun. Mario 64 is so hard. It's so awesome. There are no safety rails. You're always a jump away from just absolute devastation. Like getting 100 coins in TikTok Clock or Big Talk Clock and fucking Rainbow Ride. That shit is so
Oh my god.
hard. It's so fun.
The controls
so
version.
yeah, I was gonna ask how the controls are because the only time I've ever tried to play it was on the classic controller for the Wii, and I really did not like it. Yeah,
Virtual console versions are like notoriously bad. It's like way oversensitive.
It feels fine. Like I haven't had
think
any
so?
issues. I've been blasting through. I have like 100 stars. Not even
Wow,
an issue.
really?
it's
Yeah.
really that game is really sweet. It's obviously like has like flaws from being like the first game of the first good game of like a
3D platformer.
3D platform, but like it.
Kind of the first good 3D platformer, right?
Mhm.
And it
One
holds
sad
up.
thing about it is that like it's the version that doesn't have the good glitches for speedrunning. So like the original Super Mario 64 came out in Japan, and then a year later they released a special edition that has a couple of variations like animation.
Rumble pack support, right?
Yeah,
It
Rumble
does.
pack
It does
support,
rumble the controller, which is
Yeah.
cool.
It's so nice, yeah. And then the one major thing in it is that when you throw Bowser, he says bye bye instead of
So long, gay Bowser.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what every child
Weird.
thought he was saying, and that's really what it sounds like. But yeah, he's
What
like,
does he actually say?
I think he's saying it.
I think
Sure
he
he's
might
not
be.
saying-
It's hard to say, you know.
Does the chat know what he's saying?
I think
Because-
it's the Italian accent. You know,
Yeah,
it puts an
Salonga
extra.
Bowser.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles Martinet just doing a line of coke and then pretending to be Italian in a high pitched voice or whatever.
exactly.
You know, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes
Whatever
to
it
do the
takes.
kids game.
But I'm looking forward and not looking forward to playing Sunshine again because God.
No long jump.
Well, no, some of the things in Sunshine is awesome. I didn't like it when it first came out because we all wanted Super Mario 64 on the fucking GameCube. That's all anyone wanted was just like, give us Iceland, give us Desert Town, give us Fire Zone.
Yeah, why does every level look like just fucking sunshine?
'Cause
I mean,
Nintendo was into like
Mario Sunshine.
yeah, they were into, you know, being experimental with their games, kind of with like Majora's Mask was another thing where it's like,
Yeah.
Wind
this
Waker,
isn't really
I
what
mean,
we
that's
wanted,
all-
but this is cool.
Yeah.
You know, but it
I
was,
mean, I like that they take chances on stuff. I think it's cool. But Super Mario Sunshine, I don't like the water pack thing is not cool to me. I
Well,
don't know.
So the flood mechanics are actually pretty cool, I always thought. And in retrospect, playing it now that like I'm no longer disappointed that like Super Mario Sunshine is like, ugh, this isn't Mario 64 2. And then Galaxy came out and it's like, this isn't Mario 64 2 either.
Oh.
It's fun, but it's not you don't not as free. And then 3D World came out and it's like, this is getting
Ooh, yeah, what was
closer.
going on there?
This is getting closer,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
still not at all. And then Odyssey came out and it was like, Jesus fucking
finally.
Christ, finally. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's why people
That's
my
what
age
people
really,
really
liked Odyssey because it's like, it's
Yeah.
about fucking time they did this. But now
So-
we can play Sunshine and we can enjoy it. The issue with Sunshine, and one of the reasons why it's so great, is because it's really, really fucking difficult. Like there are these sections where they remove the flood pack, and it's basically like old Mario 64 Bowser levels, and some of them are just like fucked up hard, and like they're difficult to get to as well. Like I remember the one level that's like a giant like lagoon thing, and you have to go all the way up to the top to even get into the thing to start the part without the flood. And I just remember these cubes like rotating like this, you
Those
know?
are hard.
And then you have to like jump to other ones, and then it's just you gotta really get into that mindset where you're not, you know. My problem when I was like 14 or whatever was that I was always really cautious. You know, I didn't want to die, but it's like you gotta.
Fucking
You are Jumpman. That's what I tell myself.
They're all hard. They're all actually really hard.
I'm
in
like,
their own
I
way.
am Jumpman.
Well, I
am
remember-
Jumpman.
I was the same when I was trying to beat Super Mario Brothers 2 Japan Lost Levels or whatever.
Mhm.
On the virtual console, and I got like obsessed with it. I eventually realized that like if you play it cautiously, you cannot win.
Mhm.
Like the entire point of the game is just to run as fast as you can
Yeah.
and press the jump button when you can. And eventually, once you memorize it, like I beat that game 24 times because you can get 24 stars on the. But you have to like.
Tech, I love you so much.
You're
The game is
amazing.
ridiculous. But,
I love this DDS fan art here, by the way. Thank you. I really appreciate this.
I remember my mind being blown the first time I got that mushroom, the poison mushroom.
Dude, yeah, that's the
Kills
first
you.
one they send out. Yeah.
It's like, what in the hell is this game?
There are pipes that warp you back to level 2 and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Sadistic
it's ridiculous.
It's
It
good.
does.
They
And
needed to do it.
if you warp at all, you can't play the extra 4 levels, worlds A, B, C, and D.
What the hell?
Yeah, so if you warp, even if you do the backwards warp, you can't play the Final Four worlds, and if you don't play the Final Four worlds, you don't get a star on your screen.
And just
So you
what a
have to, like,
miserable place to be, you know? Look how miserable that ground is, all like shitty dirt, cobblestone. Like, I want to wash those rocks with a hose.
Why did they change that? It was so ugly in 2, but
and the disc drive version. What's this?
I think I've got
is that 64 DD? What the hell is this?
The Famicom Disk System.
Oh. But what is this real? This can't be real. Someone made that. That's not real.
That's not real.
That's not real.
What are you fucking...
The one below that is the real one.
Oh, I don't know what that, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's some new fake thing.
This is real, though. Man, oh man. Look at that Bowser. He's leaping. Leaping for life, leaping for joy.
Man, I always have a problem with the save batteries in Mario All-Stars. I've started... I remember I got that game when I first got my Super Nintendo, which was actually later in high school. I got one from a garage sale. And yeah, I got so far, and then I just booted up the game and all my saves were gone.
Damn.
God damn it. And I've gotten 2 or 3 other copies since then, and the batteries are all dead, so... I change it myself.
My Pokemon Ruby was still kicking. I plugged that in the other day, which is really surprising to me.
The GBA batteries are pretty resilient. The gold and silvers are all dead, and for some reason those batteries were worse than the blue and red batteries.
1 million dead Pokemon.
Sega Octopus asks, so level 2-1, is the trampoline supposed to send Mario flying for 5 seconds in the air? Yeah, in Super Mario 2 Japan, there are some trampolines that send you way off screen for 5 seconds, and there's a level in World, I think 7, that has no ground and is only those trampolines for the most part.
My God.
And so you just have to shoot up in the air and then just hold right, and you don't know where you are because you're off screen because you're too high up in the air.
Jesus.
And so then when he comes back down, you just have to be in the right spot to land on the next one. Otherwise, you just die. It's brutal.
I'm sure the disk system version of that is even worse because then you gotta it goes to the black screen and then the disc loads the level and it's click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Castlevania 2, they made fun of this on that YouTube show Game Sack, but Castlevania 2, you can go out of a town and then it's loading, please wait, and it's 10 seconds. And then he walks into the screen, immediately gets hit by an enemy, and then gets the kickback. Again.
That's awful. That's funny.
You have several working disc systems, don't you, Kevin? You have the Super Famicom, right? Or the...
I've got the Sharp Twin Famicom.
Thank you, Twin Famicom.
The eject button, the tiny lever inside broke, so I have to use tweezers to pull the discs in and out. But I also have a working, just regular standalone disc system, so I plug that in to the Twin Famicom.
What's your disc library like? What's your dish lib?
I've got a small library of I think 7 or 8 legit games that I've all bought in Japan on my visits, but then designer friend of Mark and I's, Jason Cryer, he did the LP design for God, what record is that again, Mark?
Oh, this? He did the OST one.
Yeah, that's OST, yeah. Yeah, he sold me...
Jason Cryer rules.
He sold me a boxed Famicom, Super Famicom, and Famicom Disk System, and a big handful of games, and I didn't realize it until they got to my house, but they're all bootlegs. But
really?
they're kind of cool. They're these orange discs, and I don't know if you guys know, but the Nintendo logo that's engraved into the discs is the copyright check. So stamp physically goes into the Nintendo logo to make sure that it fits.
Oh.
So these bootlegs just have this just big empty pit right there.
That's funny.
Kind of like my soul.
Yeah.
I had so the very first computer that I had that was a real actual computer was some PC. A 486 is the only thing I remember about it. I don't know what it was or whatever. It probably ran like Windows 95 or something. Anyway, it had a CD-ROM drive, and it also had I don't know what you call it. It had like the floppy disk drive, but it also had like the 3.5-inch floppy disk, the ones that are actually floppy.
Oh, the bigger ones.
It's like five
5.25.
5-inch. Sorry, yeah.
5.25.
5 whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway, so I got a CD-ROM once at the store. That was Sports Illustrated CD-ROM that just like I don't know talked about all the stuff that happened in sports in like the year 1993 or something.
Oh my god.
And because like there was no like internet, there was no America Online yet, so it wasn't like I don't know. Anyway, so like but anyway, I watched it once and I was like obsessed with it. And I was so excited because it had so much content on it that I was going to be able to check out. And then my fucking sister tried to use it and she fucking pushed it into the 5-inch floppy drive.
Oh my god.
And you couldn't get it out. And so like I spent like all this time trying to get it out. And the only objects I could find that could fit in there were like butter knives. And by the time I got it out, it was all scratched up and destroyed.
At that time, weren't you the liver man?
What?
The liver man from the
Seems like
X
a design
Files.
flaw.
The liver man, he could do this. Hold up,
What the fuck is the liver?
the liver man. He could.
X-Files.
Yeah, he could stretch out his fingers and get weird. Yeah. That was one of the early X Files episodes.
Like. Right.
So I'm saying you could have gotten your little fingers in there, like the liver man.
Mm-hmm.
I intentionally said that because I knew that no one would know what I was talking about. It's just one of those things. It's like I know that guy's called the liver man. So there it is.
Kevin, do you want this Famicom disc game? It's like ping pong or something.
What do you got?
I think it's table tennis. One sec.
I'll
It's,
want any game.
I'll turn my background off.
Yeah, I'll stream it.
Kevin,
Yeah,
do you think
I'll mail it to you.
Cool.
do you think one day you might get rid of all of your video game stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why would you?
We donate it to a museum?
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would either I would either like to maybe someday set up but not run like a game bar. Similar to what Japan has.
Yeah, yeah.
My idea for a game bar would be to have EverDrives in all of the consoles. The cartridge swapping thing is great, but like the cartridges always just get fucked up because they're at a bar and people spill drinks on them and smoke on them and stuff. So I would have the consoles in plexiglass so you couldn't fuck with them.
Yeah.
And I would have the EverDrive in it with like a button that you could hit to reset it. So you could like have the whole library there while you're drinking.
Would you
Why
flood
is
it
that?
with blue light like this fucking stupid place? That way you feel like you're inside of the crevice of a PS4 Pro. You're just in there. You
Like,
know?
why can't it just be? Yeah, what?
Why can't things be good? I know, Tech. It's very frustrating.
It's just.
Did we go to?
All you'd have to do is like that place, that Salsa La Verde or whatever that venue we played in Japan.
Cafe La Siesta.
Yeah, Salsa La Verde. Anyway,
That's a album.
that venue was cool because it was just like it had the whole fucking retro game thing going on, but it didn't have to be like obnoxious and like gamers only.
Yeah. I mean that's how like did we all go to Dendo together in Osaka? Or did we try to go? And
We tried to go, yeah, and we went into those weird places.
That
the
weird little mall with that like walk up kind of spiral carpeted staircase, and there's that fountain below.
Yeah, the strange like
great.
like kawaii sex cafes and all sorts of weird stuff going on in there.
Yeah, Dendo is just like a dive bar, and like it's not all gamered out, but there's just like LCD monitors on the bar, and then like a ton of sweet games in the corner, and you just go pull out the game and you play, and it's not all like it's not lit up like an FPS arena from the 90s, you know.
Well,
Yes,
you know, I mean, gamers in America think that windows in their like physical windows on the side of their computers and glowing RAM chips and
Alien.
neon RGB on their fucking liquid cooling systems.
Well, it's
on
only
their overclocked
exacerbated by
i9s.
It's only exacerbated when you fucking come out with a goddamn console called Xbox and it's all fucking Mountain Dew neon surge green. Fuck that shit.
Mountain Dew edition.
Well, I have a great tweet.
Getting a little riled.
No, I know. I have a great
Xbox, X Cloud, X Sephiroth, Xbox.
I have a great Xbox tweet that I'm just gonna leave in drafts because it's just not worth it. Which is basically saying that one thing I have to give the Xbox credit for is being a generic gaming PC without RGB graphics and a window on it. Good for Microsoft for making a. Because at one point, I was trying to build a computer and I ended up donating that case to Kevin, but that was the most tasteful case I could find, Kevin. And it still had a big ass fucking window in it. The only windows, cases that don't have windows, are for IT, some kind of bullshit, network full of, not for consumers. Basically, there are no consumer cases without windows.
Hey,
we just got a donation.
Did you guys already? Yeah, Chillwave Kittens donated $12.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Oh.
Chillwave Kittens.
Yeah.
Thanks for memeing me the other week.
Enough
Oh, yeah.
for each of you to get 2 Mountain Dews. Yes.
I'm
gotta
gonna
return to
go with the
Mountain
Baja
Dew.
Blast.
I want that gamer fuel, that original Halo 3 gamer
the
fuel.
gamer
I got a
fuel,
case of that on ice, just waiting.
Dude, that was the first when I first moved into my college dorm freshman year in 2007. The first thing I did was go to Target and get a 12-pack of gamer fuel to stock the mini fridge with.
Dear God.
Just setting the course, You got to map your course, set your sails.
Where does the fucking notion that video games are all about neon fucking red and neon green and where does that come from exactly? I guess the TV glow of in a dark bedroom, is that I don't understand. I just don't get why that's the fucking aesthetic, why that has to be so. Look at this shit.
It just is. Yeah, it's one of those things. It just
I don't
is.
get why why PC gaming is always associated with killing simulators. My motherboard is a B450 Tomahawk, and it says dominate the battlefield. And when I turn on the computer, it says Arsenal Gaming. It says conquer. It says conquer your foes or something. That's what I'm greeted with. That's
it's all. I mean, not to get into a big thing about it, but it's appealing to a certain demographic of.
It's just so fucking shitty and pathetic that it actually still works.
I know it's
as a marketing technique.
It's just
believe it.
It's like the pickup truck, domestic beer, real man, shaver, big meat, that kind of shit. It's just a different version of that. Yeah, for people that you can't dominate in your real life, but you can dominate in your virtual life. Well,
I'm fighting back by using my Tomahawk B450 to play Ooblets and Forklift Simulator.
Forklifts. They need a forklift-themed PC.
This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite images ever made. Let's see if I can just pull this out here. I am a gamer, not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many. And then you can see it's just the various ambiguous 30-something white men that are just life as a gamer.
Guy on there. They got the Gears of War guy.
This stuff is so lame and cringe-inducing, and yet it's still.
And yet Skyrim rules, and it sucks for me because I want to play Skyrim even if I'm that guy. I mean, there's your bro. There's your Solid Snake right there. He's one of them. He's dropping out of Apache helicopters and fucking wasting foes on a
who's on the far left? Who's the fucking normie on the left?
That's the dude from
Deuce X.
Yes, thank you, Deuce X.
I don't even know
Well,
what that is.
Can you name them
I
all?
got another dude from Deus Ex on the right.
Wait, there's 2 guys from Deus Ex?
Yeah, that's
Assassin's
Deus
Creed.
Ex Human versus Mankind or something.
I don't
Human-
think you're supposed. It's not pronounced Deuce, right?
It's
Wouldn't it
Deus.
be like-
It's
Deus.
Deus.
Yeah,
Ex
whatever.
Machina.
I
Yeah.
never,
I've only ever
never took Latin.
call it Deus Ex.
That isn't that the Drake or whatever.
Yeah, that's the guy I
Uncharted.
like to say.
There's the other Deus Ex dude right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Oh,
they got-
I thought he looks like.
And
Is that
fucking
Nathan
Drake
Lane
retarded.
from Mass Effect? Is that guy Nathan
Yeah, like
Lane?
it's
is
all the
his name?
same dude. Whatever.
True.
Whatever.
Ah,
Did they ever
Like-
show what the Master Chief guy looks like under the mask?
He
No,
looks
but his name is
just like
John.
any of these guys. Just he's
His name is
32
John,
in
and-
great shape, little bit of facial hair.
Does
Just-
Master Chief have a real name?
It's John.
Jonathan Drake.
His name is John.
It's Jonathan.
like-
Jonathan
And
Chief.
in Final-
it's also canon that the suit auto-fillates him.
Oh god.
I remember the first time that, like, when I was playing Final Fantasy 15 and there was a character named Dave, I fucking lost it. Like, are you fucking
Yeah, you gotta
joking?
get the. Is that the guy you give the name tags to or whatever? He's like, some hunter's
Yeah.
family's gonna be real proud that you did this for them. It's like, yo, Dave, you gotta chill. Like your sense of honor
Oh,
is
Dave.
just too much for me. And if this is what you think, that there are not people in America that are like this, I'm sorry. That's really cute that you think that, but
Yeah, it's
Nathan
pretty sweet.
Lane, my favorite protagonist, Nathan Lane from Mass Effect. He's a badass.
Wait, his name is Nathan Lane, like the fucking actor?
No, I'm making that up.
Okay.
It's the most generic, like, dude
Oh.
name I can think of. I mean, don't you want to be just like
Nathan
this
Drake.
guy? That's why I buzz my
God,
hair.
Dude,
He
Anyway,
looks like he's ready to dominate the battle.
dude, you can have like just like multiple endings. Like your actions change through the course of the game.
but you know, it's the frustrating thing because it's like our hate, our love. It's like I love and hate
Yeah.
gaming, as I
Where's
love and hate
Kratos?
myself, as I love and hate
That's how I am.
Hobbit.
Gaming would not be where it is today if it weren't for the unique cover shooting mechanics in Gears of War. I mean, you gotta give it credit. You gotta
You know,
give it
I will give Gears of War credit for when it came out in like 2005 or 6. I remember seeing it on like the demo TV at GameStop, and I remember just being like, "Holy shit!" Like I have not seen graphics like this. Like this is something new. Like this is really impressive. I don't know if it was the frame rate or the poly count or what was going on there, but that game was
Maybe
really
it was
fucking
their-
impressive when it came.
Maybe it was their tree trunk bicep.
I was gonna say, the first time I saw it, I thought that it was a 4:3 aspect ratio game stretched to 16:9 because of how wide those guys are.
Yeah, they all look like what's the I forget the actor's name now. He's
Adam Driver's chest.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
it's everything about it is stupid as hell, but this was really fucking. I mean, this was
No,
like
the
Wii
graphics were really
Sports
good,
was the competition, you know. So
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it was pretty
The
impressive.
chainsaw gun.
Yeah,
Oh god.
get ready to rip your enemies to shreds.
I had someone tell me that my tattoo looked like a Gears of War logo, and
Wow.
it really
Wow.
sucked
God.
for me. That was a pretty
Damn, man.
bad moment, but I couldn't even
What's-
deny it. Like they're kind of right, you know.
Yeah.
What's the guy in Pulp Fiction who goes dancing with
John
John
Travolta.
Travolta.
they all look like John Travolta to me. Are they
They
different?
do.
Dude, yeah,
A little bit.
totally.
That looks like John Travolta.
Yeah, he's got a wide kind of profile, you know.
Is
Yeah,
like a
props
speaker
to
on the
Gears
front of his
1.
armor?
Changed the world.
Yeah.
Chainsawed the world.
It's like I still remember playing Halo 1 for the first time, and I'm just staring at the grass, just like looking down
Yeah.
and being
Yeah,
like,
I remember
"Whoa!"
I went over to your house after you got a Xbox, and yeah, it was like Halo, and what was that game where you were like a miner on Mars?
Red
Red
Faction.
Faction?
God, that game
Oh,
was sick.
Red Faction.
The original
Yeah,
Red
yeah.
Faction was
God.
incredible.
The fact that you could destroy
Walls.
and terrain
Yeah, yeah.
blew my little mind.
It was so cool. Yeah.
There's that Halo 1 grass. God.
But
that
even
was a
Halo,
moment.
like all the fucking alien shit in that game pissed me off. Even like when I was like a teenager, because I was
generic.
just like, I was like, it's fucking goofy ass purple, fucking whatever. It's just everything, whatever.
Compared to the 4, PHOR from Marathon, which was Bungie's previous outing. Now, those were some scary fucking aliens.
Oh, Dijon.
Oh, what's
Oh,
up, Deej?
Hello, Dijon.
Hi,
I'm
Deej.
gonna spread
Look at the
you
blades of grass.
all over my hot dog.
Oh, the mustard.
Yeah.
You hear that, mustard? I call him mustard sometimes.
Can
My
you get?
roommate was watching the new Halo demo, and I seriously thought that it was. I know this has been discussed at length online, but I'm not very online right now. But I seriously thought that it was like a remake of Halo 1 for the 360. Yeah, like the anniversary edition or whatever. Like it's the same enemies, the same weapons, and the same kind of environments.
Mark, when
FH.
when Dijon goes to the litter box, why does he go to the litter box? Just saying.
I don't know.
Because Dijon mustard.
Good.
Now we're
Wow.
talking.
Yeah.
Here's some enemy sprites from Marathon, which is what Bungie was doing back in. Oh, these are real low res, but these things were scary and they made scary noises. Maybe it's because I was 13. I don't know. But those four, they were not. They didn't have funny voices. They were like gross little bug things, and their weapons could shoot things, but they would keep running at you. And they would just get bigger and bigger and bigger until they were in your face doing hand-to-hand combat. So you hear, be like, oh, fuck, where are they?
Whoa.
Yeah, Marathon fucking rules. Really
Well, it's
good.
like even the fucking the fucking monsters in like Doom are scarier than fucking
Yeah.
the shit in Halo. I don't know, whatever. Maybe they're not really meant to be scary.
Did you
I
guys
guess.
ever
It's
play Unreal?
Oh yeah.
No.
The original Unreal, and then of course
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament. I was a big fan of Unreal
Yeah.
Tournament. But this was Marathon ran in it was one of those really early FPSs, so it ran in an application frame. But you had a motion detector like Aliens at the bottom and this sick ass display. And the story of the game was told through terminals. That was like an AI gone crazy. Well, that was the sequel, but yeah, it's like a spaceship. So it was kind of like a survival horror first-person shooter. Like it was a pretty cool game, and you couldn't have rooms stacked on top of each other. That was the only.
Like Doom.
Yeah, it was the similar, just like different polygons at different levels, but you could have really big rooms with like windows out into space and beyond. It was a really, really fun game.
Didn't they? Dark Forces is like a tweaked version of the Doom engine, and I'm pretty sure you could have stacked rooms in Dark Forces.
Yeah, Dark Forces was mind-blowing because those complexes were like facilities.
Massive.
Yeah.
It takes you years to
Dude.
get through a level.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Get lost.
Speaking of scary aliens, fucking Google image search fucking xenomorph.
Oh yeah,
See one.
let's
Here we go.
Texting the xenomorphs now.
Yeah, first
Geiger.
so the chat knows. I already told you guys. But I've never seen Alien. I've never seen any of the Alien movies. Although I did see Prometheus, but whatever.
Doesn't count.
But for some reason, I just started looking up xenomorphs on Google the other day, and then I was just like, man, this is the fucking coolest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. And now I really want to see the original Alien movie because it sounds like it would be like my favorite thing.
Did anyone have Alien toys when they were in middle school?
God, look at how fucking cool they look.
Alien, it was like space Marines toys from the 90s. I don't know, not to go on some thing here,
Wow.
but they were really fucking cool because they were all different kinds of aliens. These are all like the Marines.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of
Mark
them.
and I beat the Capcom Aliens arcade beat 'em up, where all the aliens are like bright pink.
There they are. I remember.
When was that?
At the Galloping Ghost.
Okay. I was gonna say Galloping Goose for some reason, but yeah. I do.
So I
That
had
was
all
fun.
of these as a kid, and somewhere I still have this. This queen alien had a little rubber thing on its back, and you could push it in, and the
And the
second
fucking mouth
mouth would come out, and then you would release
seen
it, and
that.
it would suck it back in. It was really,
So
really
sick.
cool.
Dude, there's a fucking Here, I'll just find the picture and I'll send it to you.
Oh, I had the armor too. Damn, this was my shit. That was my shit.
I just saw like the funniest picture on Wikipedia of an alien. Like,
did you
from,
text
I
it
don't
to
know.
me? Or send it to Skype. I don't want to open my chat and make that all public.
I'm trying to find it, but I don't know if I will be able to. Oh wait, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, what can you do?
I
Love
know, right?
unnecessary accessories that come with 90s toys.
Yeah,
I
like
love that. Yeah.
Do you remember the Jurassic Park toys that had the little bit of flesh that you could remove? And
Yeah,
it's like,
dino damage.
see the dinosaur's rib cage partially.
That was so gross. And then you lose a little plug and you just have to look at his fucking ribs all day. That's great. Yeah.
And you see how stupid it is? It's like I don't understand. It's like from like Alien Resurrection or Alien Babies or something.
Yeah, we don't need
Alien
that.
7.
Yeah, after
No,
Geiger died, what was the
so
point,
stupid.
you know? Yeah, I
Yeah,
had
if
this
you want
boy
more
here. Dino
vaginas
damage.
in 2 hands. That's what we should give the kids. It's like the original concept art is like 2 hands with an actual vagina
that's
there.
from Resurrection.
And this is what
I think that's cool though.
Ferengi.
It is cool.
Ferengi go like
Yeah.
this when they're saying like I promise or I'm sorry. They're like, I promise. I would never do anything to hurt you.
Resurrection has some of the coolest set design, but it just reduces Alien to like Scream basically. It's like a slasher film where they're all like running around and like there's like a part where they like dive in the water and then like you just see like CGI aliens swimming after them and it's just ridiculous.
That's a pretty spooky alien though. That's I like that design. That's kind of like Silent Hill.
She has a
That's
buzz
like
cut in
the
that movie.
human alien.
Oh, so here's that scene acted out with dolls for you here. That's
good.
the thing that you're into, Tech.
Yeah,
And there's the
I just
picture.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think like isn't the biology of the xenomorph is that they take on some of the genetic properties of whatever the chest burster is. So if they attach themselves to a human, then they're like bipedal and stuff. But if they attach themselves to a dog, then they're like quadrupedal or whatever.
Or a gorilla, or a scorpion, or a bull, as you can see
in the case
here.
of these, right?
In the case of these toys, I
Which
did
is
not
kinda
like the
sick.
gorilla alien. I thought his head was too big. DK mode. I don't
I
like
think
that.
Alien 3, it's like a dog in the standard version, or like maybe it's an ox in the director's cut.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Or the work print or whatever.
I love the poster for Alien 3. This is like the novelization or whatever, but that was just such like a thing when this was like a movie for adults when you were a kid, and it's just
Alien
like
3 is like
what's
not
in there?
terrible. It gets a bad rap, but it's David Fincher.
I like Alien 3.
It's interesting. It's a little slower.
It's more of a contained story, but it's I don't know. It has like a what was that John Carpenter like Assault on Precinct 13 kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're holed up here and like we gotta like make our routes and stuff.
In like this super shitty place that's literally a prison, so everything sucks ass there, and it's just kind of a perfect backdrop for a alien dystopia.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that I'll ever see Aliens or Alien 3, but I definitely want to see the first one.
You should watch Aliens for sure. It's great.
Aliens is awesome. I mean,
The second
Power
one?
Loader.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's some of the most iconic shit. And fucking Bill Paxton in his like most iconic role. Like, it's a buck hunt, man. Game over, man. I mean, that's what it's from. It's literally
And then
from.
you get a white person playing a Hispanic person. In the case of Vasquez.
Well, they're.
It's the 80s.
It was the 90s. We'll be saying that forever. It was the 2020s. Whatever.
In the 90s, you were supposed to say, "Hey, man, it's the 90s" as like a progressive thing, right? But now we're just like, dude.
Like in Jurassic
in the
Park.
90s? I thought it was 80s.
Original one is 80s.
Alien was from the late 70s, wasn't it? It's like or 80s.
Whoa, no way.
No.
Really?
No. I'm getting my thing. The movie Alien film?
86, I would say. 85.
You googled alien.
1979. Fuck you all.
Wow, awesome.
Suck
Damn.
it.
Damn.
I,
Okay.
I was thinking it was 1980, but yeah.
And
70.
Aliens was the 80s, which I was right about.
No.
so
I
fuck you.
remember.
Yeah,
The reason
fair.
I have this knowledge is because that was the year that my sister was born, and I remember my mom saying that she saw it in the theater and almost had. She always said, "I almost had the baby right then and there."
Oh my god.
Because people in 1979 had never experienced something as scary as this before. And,
Yeah.
and like, we can watch it now and be like, well, whatever. You see that music video where the people turn into penises and that animation? I was so fucked up as a child. Oh my god. But, like, whatever. Like, the poor movie-going public in 1979 had just never experienced practical effects that look this fucking convincing, and that's really what it's all about. It's like you're not looking at a rubber mask. It's like, holy shit, like that is a creature from
alien.
another planet, and just the
Well, it's cool
sound
that they got,
design and everything is
Yeah,
just
I'm very
Yeah.
impressed by that.
perfect.
Yeah.
As in
Yeah.
also
It's our
perfect
tiger to do
design.
it, yeah.
Perfect
Yeah.
design on this cover. Look at, I mean, it's real low res, sorry, but that is just, ugh. The spaced out, all caps, sans serif alien. What is it?
The
Ew.
Alien Isolation game that I was talking about, the
Yeah.
really cool thing about that game is they didn't put anything into the game that they couldn't have built practically on the set in 1979.
Whoa, really?
So
Really?
Yeah, it's
What a
completely retro styled, and like the CRT like monitors are like have like flicker and stuff, and
Oh, I want to
it's-
play this now.
it's seriously it's the scariest
fucking
game I've ever
scary,
played.
dude.
God,
I
imagine
have
one of those coming at you, like you're dead. Just submit.
one alien.
Yeah, dude, I would just fucking be like, just fucking get it over with.
If you play it in headphones, like if you turn off the lights and play it in headphones, it is like absolutely like every time you get killed by the alien, like it never gets you don't get used to it. You're just like, oh, like every single time. You should look up a video of some of the death animations from that game, because there's one where like a hand, like it'll sneak up on you and a hand just comes from behind you, and like you just see the hand kind of encompass the screen. There's another one too where it'll stab you with its tail, and you just like, ah! And then you like look down, and there's just like a
We got
tail
top ways
coming
to
through.
die. I keep a running list of this under my
Yeah.
pillow.
We better not get fucking.
This isn't copywritten.
That's by
So
fire.
you cannot kill the alien.
Right, yeah, that's what you're saying. That's that YouTube
Oh,
intro.
scary robots! All right, let's
The
see if
robots
there's.
are terrifying.
There we go. This is more we're looking for. Oh.
Attack.
Ah, I don't want that to happen to me. Alien knockdown. And then speed attack? No, go away!
So scary.
I mean, they're just made to
Oh.
be in silhouette and just...
Yes,
Ugh.
that's so sick.
But so aliens, they take the alien concept and then they're like, so what if there were like hundreds or thousands
Yeah.
of them infesting
yeah.
like a nest, and then there's a queen, you know, and they go all the way, and it's really cool.
But that's not to me. That doesn't sound nearly as awesome as just having one. on the ship.
100%. But it's also awesome.
Yeah?
Like aliens, yeah.
Still sweet.
Just like, I mean, the level of fear. You know, there's like a scene where they
Yeah, I
like
mean-
poke up above like the ceiling panels and just see like 20 of them. Just, you know, it's
Yeah.
and then going into the nest and just the when they reveal the queen, it's just like this endless like 20-30 second shot just revealing her body and her fucking egg sac, just like just planting these eggs, and it's just like, whoa. Yeah, beautiful practical effects. Oh,
Wow. Huh. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I'll
guys-
probably
you
watch
guys
that.
Tech, you should watch Alien, and everybody else should play Alien Isolation. The Switch version is surprisingly good. It's actually like on par with the PS4 version. Obviously, you're missing some graphical effects, but it's incredibly scary, and it's really like absorbing and encompassing, and you feel like you're in that world. Lighting effects are awesome too.
some other great. If you want to feel like you're in a world, you know. Just go into green
Ian
screen.
McKell's World of Green.
Well, why don't we talk about the playlist real quick? We're starting to wind down a little bit here. We got our,
Yeah.
our xenomorph talk out. Oh my goodness, that was quite loud.
Gracious.
Goodness gracious. Tech, did you update the playlist this week?
I did.
I'm sorry, that was kind of a jib jab. You ever do those? You put your
There
face
was.
on like an elf. It's like the most boomer.
The
Of
playlist
all-
is just
Early internet stuff right there.
Yeah.
line of Durin. That's the entire playlist.
Yeah.
It's this one, right? Yeah. So what do we got going on here?
Mark, you can go first because you submitted first, even though you made an error.
I submitted something that was a repeat from last week because I'm a fake. I don't actually listen to any music. I just read the URLs and then I think, this seems like it probably has music in it.
What the?
I send you a link. That's my selection for the playlist is the sound of a car speeding by.
There's lots of fun going on out there that I'm not.
Is that the ice cream truck?
No, there is one that goes by, and it's the kind. You ever hear the one that when it stops, it goes, "Hello."
Yes.
That one rolls by my pad.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's like the one that there was in Philadelphia, but then I just realized that's where you are.
I am literally in Philadelphia
Adds
right
up.
now.
Anyway, Mark, what songs did you pick for the playlist?
Oh, the playlist. I did a song by Lena Rain, who's a video game composer. It's
Light
a
Rail?
remix. Yeah, it's called Light Rail. It's a remix by she did an album called One Knowing, I guess, a year ago, which is cool. And now there's a remix album called Reknowing, and it has the most amazingly stacked cast of remixers, including Yasunori Nishiki, who did Octopath Traveler most recently.
Is that game good?
It
It looked cool.
It's aesthetically amazing and music is amazing.
That's what I
I'm too old and tired to play RPGs, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a really cool game. The soundtrack is
The demo
amazing.
was fun.
Yeah.
The monster design's cool, and I like the graphics. I like that depth of field stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good vibe to it for sure.
Once I saw that it was 80 hours to complete all the stories, I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I almost bought it twice, and then was like, I just can't. I just know that there's not going to be any content to this story, and I just can't
Yeah.
get involved in that again.
Something about a kingdom and a princess and a
Kind of have the same
castle.
problem with the new Dragon Quest 2, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. The other track I put was Sacrifice 24197, and it's I haven't it's this from a local label. It's an artist called Ancient Origin, and the local label is called Kitty on Fire Records, and I sort of found out about them because I did a couple live shows here in Vancouver with them, and they're just really chill. They do kind of crazy experimental breakcore stuff, and they're huge proponents of the chiptune scene. So I've done some VHS DJing with them live back before the Corona times, and I played the live show with them, and they're just chill, and I've been sort of intermittently listening to their stuff, and I think they're featured on Bandcamp Daily, their label recently. Worth checking out.
Oh,
Kitty
but
on
who
Fire
isn't?
Records.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Just
I guess.
I'm just kidding. The answer is
It
all
is
of
just,
us.
they want to sell to Bandcamp. Bandcamp wants to sell to Bandcamp. And then the other thing I put, which is the error that Tech pointed out, is my own song that I've put on again this week, which is
Tech,
a
the
remix.
moving is playing. I'm sorry, but this only lasts a minute. Tech, the moving.
What is that?
And now you're doing it again, but not as sad this
Not
time.
as sadly this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you,
That album is about my divorce, and that song in particular was about this the walk from my front door as I was leaving my house to the U-Haul and walking with James, and I just started crying.
God.
Extremely depressing.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you said James never get divorced, and then I went out and got married and
Just
got
did
divorced.
Yeah.
wow.
Oh well,
Yeah.
we're all happier now, and that's what
You
that's
should,
what matters in the end.
Yeah.
You gonna write another song about moving this time?
Wow, was that like some
No.
kind of? You're gonna write a song about moving this time,
You're gonna write a song,
Oh my
crybaby?
God.
Hey creep, write a song about it. Creep.
I was trying to be nice. I was going to be
I
like,
know.
you're moving
No,
on good
it's
terms.
meeting people
You're
is
moving
easy.
upward and onward in
yeah,
your life, having a great.
It's fine. No,
I don't.
joking.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not the first song about moving to LA or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not really supposed to move to LA because like they tell you not to because you get all your dreams crushed and stuff. But guys, it's gonna be different for me.
When your dreams are already crushed, there's nothing left
Yeah.
to crush.
What do you gotta lose?
Mhm.
You should watch Mulholland Drive like the night before you leave.
Should I?
Better
I've
yet,
never-
watch Inland
Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah, and then watch Inland Empire.
Yeah.
Write 5 screenplays
Once you're there.
before you get there.
I won't
Yes.
do that.
Right. Start writing screenplays, Tech.
Just get a bot to write screenplays.
Everyone
It's
writes
not
and
gonna-
directs there. Everyone writes and directs. Come on, that's not impressive. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah, the last song is it's a Dan Mason remix of my song. Shout out to Dan Mason for remixing my song.
Oh,
It's
there
a
you
good
go.
one too.
It turned out really great, and you guys have remixes too of my music that's coming out very soon. I'll post about that on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Shout
coming
out.
very soon.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
coming up.
I can go quickly. I dropped my favorite Especia track. Fans of my DJing will recognize this one. I will always drop this in a DJ set to get that crowd lit. Haven't been able to do that for quite some time, but hopefully one day we'll get the room dancing again. Also dropped a Ventla track. Ventla only has a couple albums on Spotify, despite having dozens and dozens and dozens of albums. In his quest to release 100 albums, Ventla is a really awesome Japanese musician. Everyone, you should know who he is. If you don't, then what are you doing? Get on Bandcamp, start digging in.
Get
It's
it together.
It's like a whole genre. Ventla, it's just like an incredibly skilled musician who can clearly like shit out very sophisticated music very
Yes.
easily on like
A million
hundreds
different
of different instruments. Yeah, and there's always this warm analog kind of cheesy like fake vinyl sound going underneath all the time. So but I picked desk plan because I went to IKEA just yesterday to get these desks for my new studio space.
Cute.
So I literally had a desk plan. What was my third pick? I don't even remember anymore. Especia, Ventla. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy
Final
11.
Fantasy.
Yeah, Soja. Which is a great track if you're looking to fucking smoke some pot, smoke some weed, and just like chill. Then you should get on this playlist right now. Check out Soja. Wait, is that on here? I don't see it. Is this?
I don't see it either.
Yeah, where is it?
Tech.
Oh yeah,
Is it on? Oh, is it on shuffle? And that's why. If I.
number 3.
What the fuck is it? No. Words Unspoken. It's called Words Unspoken, Soja.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Words Unspoken, Soja by Naoshi Mizuta. Put on this track as soon as you're done streaming, or do it. Yeah, wait till we're done. Fucking pack that bowl, get out your lighter, fucking spark that shit, and play Words Unspoken, Soja by Naoshi Mizuta. You will not be disappointed. I'm gonna take you there tonight. Anyway, those are my picks.
Kevin, what you got?
I had this elaborate plan to send you the entire new Haim album, track by track, as my picks. But I thought that would be too mean, so I came up with some
Really
other
good.
bullshit instead. But really, that's kind of like I'm getting obsessed with that album, Women in Music Part 3. Every song is good, and I just love it. I can't stop listening to it. It's been a daily spinner.
I listened to that Casey Musgraves song. It was
Did you
fun.
like it?
It's alright.
That album is really good too. I don't like every track on that album like I do the Haim album, but yeah, she's
It's
awesome.
really polished. Like I didn't like how like
It's like the most radio friendly polished shit that I'll listen to probably.
yeah.
Like
It's a little
Thrice?
frustrating. Casey Musgraves is on the new Flaming Lips album, which
Oh really?
is the best Flaming Lips album since Embryonic. It's really good. James, you would like it.
That's
If you get
saying a
super
lot.
blazed. Yeah, if you get super blazed and just listen to it from like beginning to end, it's like 45 minutes. It's super good. Just a
But
good
yeah,
album. Anyway, sorry.
in between listening to to Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves and Women in Music Part 3 by Haim. I've got Surgeon by St. Vincent. This is on the 2014 album. I think it's their third one. This one like came on shuffle the other day, and I forgot how much I loved this album. And there's just like the most ripping synth solo on this track. And it's got like a really cool beat, and it's produced by John Congleton, who did God, why can't I think of what else he did?
The Congles Meister.
Yeah, the Conglesman. He's a great producer. I got Venus of the Soup Kitchen by Prefab Sprout. I'm pretty much always listening to Prefab Sprout, but I kind of go through phases where, like, you know, you start liking the tracks, the deep cuts on the album that, like, you just kind of, like, glossed over before. You really listen to them, and you're like, holy shit, this is so good. So that's, like, the last track on From Langley Park to Memphis, which is, I've decided, I think is my favorite Prefab Sprout record. And then, yeah, the new Jesse Lanza record has been kind of on constant rotation, too, for the past month or so. So, yeah, Lick in Heaven, like every track on that record is just awesome. She's just R&B queen.
So I guess the White Zombie is tech then.
Yep, White Zombie's me. Put more Human Than Human on there because I just went on a quick White Zombie, Rob Zombie binge the other night and just started like laughing while like listening because like what the fuck is Rob Zombie like, and why is it that everybody was just like, yeah, this is fine, this is normal, like he's like dresses up like some sort of weird zombie, and then there's like some sort of like hillbilly element to it that everybody's just totally cool with.
Well, what
but
about
also he has like
White Zombie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
but like it's just what like it's just such a weird.
Have you ever
thing
seen
for
House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects?
I went on a whole binge because I don't watch horror movies, but I read their Wikipedia's plot synopses. And so I read all about them.
It sounds worse than it is. House of Thousand Corpses is pretty cool. I remember seeing The Devil's Rejects in theaters with somebody, and then it ended up just being like, it was like a genre piece, you know, like dude's an auteur, like he's got his thing.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
like
that's the thing. Like Rob Zombie's like really cool, and like it's just really weird. I feel like it's just a very strange character.
It's unique
that no one ever questions.
Yeah, no one ever really does.
That's why it's so weird to me. Everybody was just like, yeah, this is fine. Like Dracula.
Have you seen the MTV Cribs?
I think so.
Yeah, I just realized like 2 months ago that the Dragula pun, because it's a drag racer.
Yeah.
I never I knew it was a car.
Right.
But I never put that together. I'm really
the whole
dumb.
course of that song, which by the way, Dragula is just
Fucking
that's my
rules.
favorite zombie song. It's so fucking awesome.
It slams.
It's so like conquering the worm.
Follow the white rabbit.
Sick. God. Anyway, yeah. It's just really awesome. But and then I had oh yeah. Well, More Human Than Human also has like that slide guitar. It's just such a weird. Anyway, what else I put on there? Oh, I can't see anymore. But are you doing the tattoo or the text on the screen?
Yeah, just follow the white rabbit. And that's what happens next. And then they play shortly after this moment in cinematic history. Rob Zombie's Dragula starts playing. And it's kind of
although it's like the techno.
It's a remix, yeah. It's cool.
But it's still sick. Anyway,
I'm looking into getting one of those neck elongators. What do you guys think?
That's a good look.
I can't recommend. Sorry.
I put My Only Child by Nico, which is an almost entirely a cappella song that I've considered covering a number of times. It's just really beautiful. But I had it on earlier today, and it was on shuffle on some playlist that I had, and then like right after it came on, right after it ended, it's like this really somber, like beautiful song, and then like right after it ended, that fucking Talk Dirty to Me by Jason Derulo came on. It's like, god damn it. And then also I have a song called Oh Death by a artist called Sugar, SUGR !, which isn't maybe objectively good, but it's like kind of synth pop punk kind of by the main guy Steven Suptic from Sugar Pine 7. I just got really into that song in particular. And so yeah, that's what I got on there.
Nice. Good picks, guys.
Yeah,
You can't hear what's happening right now, but it's.
I can see it on the screen.
I'm cranking it. This is what's gonna play us out tonight. Thank you everyone for
Play
tuning
us
in.
out. What does that mean? Play us
What the fuck does that mean? Fuck it, we'll do it live. Alright everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the incredibly generous donations as always. We got more cooking.
thank you.
We got more great exclusive content coming down the pipe hole right towards you. So please look forward to that.
couple things before we end it.
Oh yeah, let me turn this down, sorry. That was
Um,
really a powerful build-up, but please, let me turn this down and the floor is
It's
yours.
really hard to remember this. There's a show on Friday put on by... hold on, let me... Did I text it to the group yet
Dude,
earlier?
you're really selling it, man.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It's like a show.
I texted it.
I don't
It's
know.
like this thing.
Maybe it's cool. I don't care.
I don't know.
God. Shut up.
Oh.
It's Sights, Sounds, and Conversations with Codex Encyclopedia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's worth plugging. Can you link to
yeah.
that, and I'll bring it up on a picture?
Yes, can I send it to the group chat?
Send it to the Skype chat. I don't want to pull up my text messages and have everyone screen capping and
That's right, 'cause
dissecting.
you're on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me open...
Sesame.
I can
While I'm talking about
Just what's
that,
it called? I mean,
Uh,
Codex,
Sights, Sounds, and Conversations with Codex
Encyclopedia,
Encyclopedia.
Sites.
So yeah, we got Fighting Island is playing. That's PJ Rourke. PJ does my...
There it is.
He's done some awesome shirt designs for me. And Fighting Island is their music project, and it's really, really cool chiptune stuff. Along with a bunch of other great artists. DJ Prom Night, my doppelganger, did a show for the last Sight, Sounds, and Conversations. And it was really fun, so gotta plug that. And what was that? Also, the Neo Gaia shirts are back in stock. So,
What Neo Gaia shirts are back? What I'm seeing is out of sync with what you guys are laughing at. It's like
I'm so sorry. Neo Gaia shirts are back in stock. That's huge fucking news. We gotta get this up real quick. I'm so sorry.
Sega Octopus has a link for Codex Encyclopedia's Twitch. So
Oh,
yeah.
awesome. Thank you. Yes, in the chat.
Thank
Check
you
it
so
out
much for
there.
November 25th.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Click that bell icon.
Smash that MF button.
There's this. Oh, there's this guy that does like Final Fantasy updates on YouTube, and he always says, "Click that bell icon." He always asks the people, the viewers, like he's like he asks them a question to get them to respond, because that's what YouTubers do, you know. But he refers to his fans as Ultima weapons.
Jesus.
awesome.
It's so corny, but yeah, he's just like, so Ultima weapons.
Wow.
What do you think of the new Final Fantasy 16 trailer?
So-
Like, subscribe, put that bell icon.
Oh, I forgot about that. I need to watch
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm gonna watch it again.
All of these are in stock, all sizes.
Holy shit. They restocked the long sleeve too. Wow,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Damn.
But now I have to ask, where do all the rainbows go? To somewhere I never know.
Wherever it is, I might want to